watching F5. We are at GovWare 2023 here in Singapore. I am really excited about this conversation because it's a continuation of a conversation that I had last year. However, I'm joined by three folks this year, but last year I had a conversation with Eddie from Sentient, and I was really amazed with what they could do as far as safety was the use case that we had there around somebody potentially having a weapon or ill intent and being able to capture that on camera using AI. And using obviously F5 technology as well to back that up to protect lives. And so we're actually continuing that conversation this year. I have Sentient, but also a couple other folks as well, and we'll expand upon that. So I'm going to get everybody to introduce themselves. We'll start off here with Chris from Sentient.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm founder of Sentient.io. We care a lot about AI adoption, and that's what keeps us awake these days.
Awesome. And then we got CK from M1.
Hi, my name is M1. I'm the lead for 5G industry solutions. I think what we do here is try to think 5G to the industries and how can we help the ecosystem.
Awesome. And then we got Chin, our local Kaya Toast expert.
Hi everyone, my name is Chin. I'm business development for F5 ASEAN. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So last year we had that conversation with Eddie. We had like this fake knife setup. Actually, it was really good. It worked. We were pretending to stab each other, and it could figure that out for us. Maybe you can give us a little bit of an update on the business because you guys have been continuing to grow.
Yeah, so the business for AI as far as computer vision is really booming these days. And we do things like workplace safety, which is a big thing for most people today. And also object detection and queue counting. I think all these technologies are really appreciated by retailers today. At last, they can use their cameras, existing cameras, and we can use AI to give them more analytics and more understanding about their customer base.
Awesome. Okay, and this year we're adding to this conversation M1. So how do you play into this, CK?
Okay, M1 has just launched our Maritime 5G for the maritime ecosystem. So what we want to do is to see how we can make use of 5G as a platform for connectivity to bring all these services to the seafarers. So what we did here is we are partnering with Sentient as well as F5 to see how we can bring artificial intelligence in a box in the form of video analytics for safety use cases, security use cases. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And then last but not least, we're F5, so how does F5 play into this, Chin?
Yeah, well, F5 is very pleased to be able to support these guys in terms of managing at scale a number of edges that you're going to have, right, to do all these AI at the edge. And we provide them the managed paths, the security, the networking, all needed behind it so that you can operate at thousands of edges.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Thousands of agents sounds pretty incredible. So, when it comes to these solutions, Chris, you're managing the actual models and whatnot, but then CK, to be able to deploy thousands of potential endpoints, like how does that look for you? Is that something that M1's pretty used to delivering?
Okay, we are a service provider, so the thing is, it's just a business as usual for us, but adding into the whole conversation will be the kind of solutions that we're going to bring forward to the industries. For example, like safety use cases, making use of video analytics to detect accidents and hazardous situations, security situations. So this is what we are looking at and working on at the moment.
That's pretty cool. Maybe we can talk a little bit about the use cases then and where you're seeing this deployed. Chris, we talked last year, I guess, about the safety use case as far as like an attacker or somebody have some sort of object that we don't want to have on that site. But other use cases that you're seeing?
Yes, one interesting use case is that F&B retailers, they actually want to be able to ensure that they have certified waiters, waitresses, and people who are the chefs. And so we make use of facial recognition in our AI to ensure that the people who are working in the retail shop are the valid people, right? That's one very interesting use case. Another interesting use case is some retailers want to be able to see how long a customer dwells within their premises. So customer dwell time is a very interesting use case that's very useful for our retailers as well. And so we can see that the computer vision is being used for many, many use cases, which is why we are beginning to put our AI models into small little boxes right there in the edge. right there in the retailer's shop to be able to do all these AI model detection early and very quick. And that's a very interesting initiative these days.
That sounds awesome. I mean, it sounds like the deployment, latency, that kind of stuff is important. Maybe that plays into Chin, what we've been able to do with F5 mixed in.
Yeah, definitely. So if you think about, let's say you got 10 cameras at the retail outlet, and you have to send 10 video feeds back to the data center to process, that's gonna be very heavy bandwidth-wise, latency-wise, and so on. So edge computing makes a lot of sense. You need to be able to do edge compute using AI to recognize the faces, to do queue counting, people counting at the edge, and make decisions there.
That sounds very realistic, or the way that we can deliver that, I guess, for folks as far as like our connectivity versus other connectivity options in those scenarios might incur a lot of costs. So I think there's a lot of benefit to that. Additionally to that, when it comes to AI these days, how is the development of that? We were talking about the expansion of your company as you guys grow. As AI advances, what kind of things are you able to add to features on the platform?
Well, some very interesting things these days revolve around generative AI, right? So in generative AI, we would be able to build digital assistants and text summarizers and all sorts of very interesting technologies that can help users do things like summarize, search for information, handle customer service, and so on. So that's one big area that we are doing to bring AI to the edge. How do you bring large language models into the edge, and how do you bring generative AI to retailers? So that's a very interesting source of development for us.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. The more I think about your retail use cases, I think it starts to justify it more. I mean, safety is always an important problem to deal with, but then when you're able to enable more revenue for a business, I think that's going to help justify it more easily as well.
Yeah.
And then maybe from an M1 perspective, like the deployments that you guys are doing, obviously you guys are offering different options for folks. When somebody comes to you and they're trying to make a choice and figure out what their deployment looks like, you guys are able to help them make those decisions, what kind of connectivity people need or what kind of hardware they need.
I think very much we are driven by use cases, the solutions that we can provide. So the thing is, you can approach us, we can always talk about what are the pain points that you have, what kind of help is needed for the businesses, and we can recommend the kind of, maybe the kind of packages and the solutions that is necessary.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so once we have the AI sorted out, we have the hardware sorted out, and then Chin, as far as the connectivity goes, I think, maybe you can verify me on this, but people using F5 Distributed Cloud, they're onto a familiar platform at that point because of it's managed like an IT product at that point. This might be managed out of different groups, but their hands are now on an IT product.
Yeah, it would be. And I think in order to support the business, because like what Chris was saying, the use case could be people counting today, but tomorrow it could be ChatGPT or whatever other new cases you want to push out to the edge. So you need a platform that allows you to deploy these on demand and securely, right? So M1 provides the underlay connectivity, but we provide the infrastructure on top of that to secure the connection and allow the AI to be able to kind of work between the inference at the edge and the learning in the Sentience Cloud to synchronize at all times and pushing out new use cases or new models securely. And to operate that at scale for thousands of edges is not easy, right? So the platform that F5 provides helps to make that simple so that they don't have to hire a lot of people. Maybe one person can do the job.
Yeah. Great advantage there. I love this partnership. It's really cool. Like it's one of those things that you can kind of visualize very easily because it's all about vision and AI and whatnot. So we'll provide some additional information on where to check out details around Sentient as well as the partnership as well. I think there's some demo videos that we were going to include as well into all of this. So look out for that. Otherwise, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me on this video. On behalf of myself, F5, Dev Central, and everybody here, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit like on this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and then otherwise we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Thank you.